Everyone, I'm Craig Colson. Thanks for joining us for ABC 7 News at Noon. Coming up this noon, the latest from an Ellsworth courtroom where a man is on trial for the alleged murder of his ex-girlfriend. President Biden is planning a trip to Lewiston tomorrow as residents work to heal following last week's mass shooting. And we'll also hear from Maine's political parties on the issues they find important in this year's election. Thanks again for joining us, everyone. We'll have those stories coming up in just a couple of minutes, but first we're going to check in on the forecast. Turning out to be a very nice day out there today. Lots of sunshine, a bit on the cool side, but we have to expect that this time of year. For more of what we can expect today and over the days ahead, let's turn things over to Devin Biggs.
Along with the what everybody knows.
Zoom things out and give you the bigger picture, though. And again, the radar is very quiet this afternoon. We have high pressure just off to the south and west. We have some clouds trying to move in as well, and that may occur throughout the daytime period today. But with high pressure and control, that's going to be keeping our weather pretty nice moving forward. So a lot of sunshine today, maybe a few passing clouds from time to time. We'll have a few more clouds approaching later on tonight. A mostly cloudy sky to start things off as we head towards your Friday. So as for the wind as well, not bad, roughly out of the south and west at around 5, maybe up to 10 miles per hour, maybe a few higher gusts than that. But tomorrow is when the winds get busy. Some sustained winds up to 15 miles per hour and gusty winds up to 25 miles per hour cannot be ruled out in a few spots. So tomorrow might be tricky to travel with the gusty winds in a few areas. So for today, though, middle 40s, a lot of sunshine out there, and that southwest breeze getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Overnight tonight, upper 20s, becoming partly cloudy, southwest breeze at about 5 miles per hour. Moving ahead towards tomorrow, we have lower 50s in the forecast, partly cloudy. It'll be breezy out there, that south breeze getting up to about 25 miles per hour at times. And there's that hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period, showing a lot of sunshine with temperatures in the 30s and even some 40s from time to time as well. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
All right, thank you, Devin. We'll see you a little later on in the broadcast. Well, testimony resumed this morning in the trial of a man accused of murdering his former girlfriend in Acadia National Park. Authorities say 35-year-old Nicole McKembe was attending a function at the Schoodic Institute when she was run down by Raymond Lester, who then fled the country. Our Devin Dagnalt has the latest on the opening day of that trial.
Raymond Lester of Portland is charged with the murder of his ex-girlfriend Nicole McKembe, whose body was found in Acadia National Park after an apparent hit-and-run in June of 2022. During their opening statements, Lester's defense team reminded the jury that the state must prove beyond any doubt Lester committed the crime he is accused of, and anything less is not enough to convict him.
That means that the state has to rule out that it wasn't somebody else who hit Nicole. The state has to rule out that Raymond wasn't somewhere else when Nicole died. The state has to rule out that it wasn't an accident.
During his October 2022 arraignment, Lester entered a not guilty plea that he still upholds today. According to the prosecution team, Lester hit McKembe with his BMW SUV during a retreat to Acadia National Park late in the evening of June 18, 2022, before he fled the scene.
He was seen driving his black BMW SUV erratically and at high speeds on the roads of the park, roads that children and families were walking on. He was seen driving on areas that cars should not go.
Prosecutors state Lester fled to Cancun, Mexico after the incident, where he eventually turned himself in to authorities. The trial is expected to continue through this week, and we'll keep you updated as we learn more. In Ellsworth, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And as I said, testimony resumed this morning in the Ellsworth courtroom. We also have a crew there, and we'll have the very latest on that trial coming up on tonight's news. In other news, a young man accused of leading police on a high-speed chase is among those indicted by a Penobscot County grand jury. Authorities say 19-year-old Andrew Ayers from Enfield was driving recklessly in July when the chase sped through Lincoln. Police had to call the chase off because of safety concerns, but Ayers was later arrested. He is now indicted on charges including eluding an officer, driving to endanger, leaving the scene of an accident, criminal speeding, and more. Police have arrested 2 people believed to be responsible for robbing a bank and a convenience store. Fairfield police say the suspect held up a Bangor Savings Bank in Waterville on Tuesday afternoon, and then early Wednesday morning, police say the same person robbed the Circle K on Norridge Walk Road in Fairfield. In both cases, he got away with an undisclosed amount of money. Police distributed these photos with hopes that someone would recognize the man, and according to the Morning Sentinel, police received a tip yesterday that the suspect was spotted on Front Street in Waterville. That's when he and another person were taken into custody. Police haven't identified the two people arrested because they haven't been formally charged. More information should be available sometime today. Well, multiple people were seriously injured in a crash in Bucksport yesterday morning. Bucksport police say the call came in around 10:20 that two vehicles had collided head-on on Route 46.
Several people were transported to local hospitals for serious injuries. At this point, it appears as if one of the vehicles crossed the center line and struck the other.
Maine State Police and Ellsworth Police are assisting with the reconstruction of that crash, trying to figure out how it happened. Well, President Biden and the First Lady will be visiting Lewiston on Friday. The White House says the Bidens want to pay their respects to the victims of last week's mass shooting and to grieve with the families and community. They also plan to meet with first responders. The specifics of that visit should be released sometime today. Meanwhile, documents released by the Maine State Police have revealed new information regarding the gunman's motive. Our Grace Blanchard has that story.
A search warrant affidavit released by Maine State Police revealed Robert Card had accused businesses of broadcasting online that he was a pedophile. Among those businesses were Spare Time Recreation and Schmenge's Bar and Grill, the two sites targeted by Card during the shootings.
If you talk about is there a motive here, right? I think clearly there's a mental health component to this.
The reports suggest that Card had been suspected of being delusional since February after a, quote, bad breakup from a 10-month relationship. A source interviewed by police also said that Card first met his previous partner at a cornhole tournament at Schmenge's Bar and Grill.
This family has been incredibly cooperative with us.
According to a statement issued by the Sagadahoc County Sheriff's Office, the office was contacted by members of Card's family in May, saying they were concerned for his well-being and that he had access to firearms. And in September, the Sheriff's Office was contacted by Card's Army Reserve unit, asking for a wellness check after the Army Reserves barred him from using weapons on duty. Sheriff Mary said, quote, "My office will evaluate our policies and procedures for how we conduct wellness checks with the goal of making any improvements that are in the interest of public safety while balancing the rights of individuals." Maine State Police say they are still actively investigating and will continue to provide additional documents and information as it becomes available. In studio, I'm Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The Lewiston City Council voted in favor of creating a new Community Resilience Center. This new service will combine those being offered at the Lewiston Armory and at the Ramada. And that yes vote means the city can now apply for and accept state and federal funding for the city and community in response to last week's shooting. City Administrator Heather Hunter says this will help make the transition from emergency response to a long-term response.
Hoping that it will be up and running by the end of this week. Community Concepts has been very gracious in stepping forward as a nonprofit to do this.
Lewiston City Councilor Scott Harriman says city leaders are in agreement that these services need to be made available to and convenient long-term. The center will be on Main Street in Lewiston and is solely for events related to last week's shootings. Well, Governor Mills has announced a new online portal for anyone in need of behavioral or mental health support in the wake of the shooting. The portal has an online form for communities and organizations to request special behavioral health support, including on-site mental health clinics. The website also offers tips for dealing with traumatic events, how to talk with children about gun violence, and other helpful resources. You can find the new portal by going to maine.gov and clicking the tab at the top of the page. The University of Maine at Machias is working with the Maine CDC to investigate a reported case of tuberculosis on campus. The Maine CDC notified university officials on October 24th that one person had symptoms of TB and has since left the campus. The university reports that everyone who had close contact with that person has been identified and notified. According to the Maine CDC, TB is a preventable and curable infection spread by particles in the air. UMaine Machias is monitoring the situation under the guidance of the CDC. The status of preschool and early childhood education is a crisis here in Maine. A commission has been established to help find solutions. The commission to study expansion of public preschool and early care education met for the first time on Wednesday. They are a group of lawmakers and experts from around the state tasked with studying Maine's current early care environment and exploring options to provide full-day, publicly funded preschool for all children under the age of 5.
This is going to include, for example, how to offer publicly funded preschool and all types of programs in classrooms where 4-year-olds are enrolled. And it lists some of the different locations. And you've already heard from your own expertise the various locations that's already being offered.
The fact that this committee and the commission is meeting is evidence at how important the state feels this issue is.
The commission has asked for an additional 2 weeks to complete its report, which would set a due date of December 20th to provide it to the legislature. We will certainly keep you updated on that situation. All right, coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, Maine's political parties share their opinions on next week's election, and President Biden is among those calling for a temporary ceasefire in the Israeli-Hamas war. We'll have the latest as ABC 7 News at noon continues.
Does your dream kitchen look like this? Or this? Or maybe you need a little more inspiration? Get it when you explore the complete in-store showroom displays at Hammond Lumber Company. When you find the look you like, the Hammond team will help you customize it, including accurate 3D renderings, so you can visualize your project before the work begins. Hammond offers delivery from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire and professional service after the sale. Your dream kitchen begins when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
If you're a Medicare beneficiary, call now to see how a WellCare Medicare Advantage plan could get you some big benefits, including this all-in-one WellCare Spendables debit card to use for over-the-counter health items. Find out how easy it is to get all of your original Medicare coverage plus extra benefits. A WellCare Medicare Advantage plan is designed to fit your needs so you can be your best every day. You could have medical coverage for prescription drugs, dental, vision and hearing, and the WellCare Spendables debit card to make getting the coverage you need more convenient. The WellCare Spendables debit card can be used for over-the-counter health items. And here's more good news. You can get a WellCare Medicare Advantage plan with a $0 or low monthly plan premium. How can WellCare offer all of those benefits for a $0 or low monthly plan premium? It's simple. Medicare Advantage and Medicare Part D prescription drug coverage are important parts of Medicare. WellCare has a contract with Medicare to offer and provide these important options to you. Call right now to get your free copy of the WellCare All-in-One Guide. Call 1-877-282-3827 now. There is absolutely no obligation for requesting this free information. WellCare offers benefits that go beyond the basics, and we make them easy to use so you can support your best health. Call today to get your free copy of the All-in-One Guide with absolutely no obligation. Your free guide will provide information to make a smart choice for your health care coverage. Just call 1-877-282-3827. Remember, there's no obligation for requesting this free information, so call 1-877-282-3827. Call today.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. With Maine's referendum election less than a week away, our David Ledford spoke with representatives from the state's 4 recognized political parties about their perspectives on the issues. Here's a closer look.
Maine voters will soon have the chance to weigh in on this year's biggest ballot questions. But before you head to the ballot box, representatives want you to know where they stand on the issues. Party members we spoke with say questions 1 and 3 will be some of the most significant that Mainers will have to answer. Question 1 asks voters if they want to bar certain groups from taking on more than $1 billion in debt unless they get statewide voter approval. Maine libertarians say this is an important issue for the party.
We do agree with number 1, limiting the amount of money that the federal government or that the government in general can borrow, that state-owned entities can borrow. We believe the limit of $1 billion is way too high, but any limit is better than the no limit that we currently have.
Maine's Green Independent Party says they strongly oppose question 1.
It's very insulting. The power companies have put this question 1 to say, well, if let's just say someone did make a public utility in Maine and they had to raise money to purchase the infrastructure, we think that should go back for a second vote. It's very deeply cynical. And I think it's also distrustful of the democratic process.
Question 3 asks voters if they want to create Pine Tree Power, a consumer-owned utility. Democratic Representative Joe Perry says this hotly contested issue stands out as an important ballot question.
We're going to have to really expand our distribution capacity if we're going to electrify our economy and get off fossil fuels at any time. We're selling record numbers of heat pumps. We're transitioning off heating oil, and if we're going to have the investments we need in the state of Maine, I think it's a good idea for us to own our grid.
Heading into the election, Republican Representative Laurel Libby shared her stance on why she is against Question 3.
It's a pretty serious question and has some serious ramifications for our state. If it passes, I am not in favor. I will be voting no on 3. This would set precedent that the government can, through eminent domain, insist that a business that is not for sale be sold.
Maine's referendum election will be held on November 7th. For a full list of this year's ballot questions, visit maine.gov. In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Mainers will head to the polls on the 7th. Well, meanwhile, with workforce shortages affecting many career fields, over 70 employers brought their lanyards and sales pitches to Newman Gymnasium for Hudson University's annual Fall Career Fair. Our Doug Banks was also there. He spoke with employers and students to see how they feel about the opportunities that these events offer.
Sometimes all it takes is an open door, and Hudson students are eager for that opportunity.
They're ready to work. This is all about workforce development and helping organizations. They have so many openings right now.
Organizations across an array of career fields don't just want a student to walk away with some merch, but also ideas of where their future could take them.
To share how we support our employees, the benefits that we offer, and really bring good people. Because we are a science-based organization, not a lot of people realize that we have opportunities in other departments as well.
It's not just about getting our name out there, it's more about helping folks understand what some of the possibilities can be.
Career fairs are a good opportunity for students to meet directly with employers, especially the students who feel lost and unsure about their future, to know there's more to life outside of college circle.
There's people here in the local communities that are just asking for your help, and it might make you feel like a sense of like, I'm home.
It's like cool seeing the different options while you're younger so you can like start to build up an idea.
It's about inspiring students to dream and create a vision for themselves.
It's like a whole new world for me, but I'm like really excited about it because like if I can just find one place that I can like find a job, that could like open up a whole new passion for me.
I feel better than when I walked in because I wanted to talk to people in my field and see how I felt about it, and it just gives me confirmation that I picked the right one, which is the greatest feeling you can have when you're paying for your college education.
In Bangor, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, meanwhile, some folks in the Lincoln area are getting prepared for the holiday season with music and community. Our Callie Warren with that story.
All is well with the Greater Lincoln Community Choir. The non-denominational choir is made up of around 20 individuals from several area churches, and the group proudly welcomes all, regardless of religion or affiliation.
I think we really strive to sing with one heart, one voice, give music to the gospel,
yes,
and to invite other people to join in that with us.
It's an honor and a privilege to be able to support people and see them grow.
This is a community.
The choir itself is around 20 years old. Some of the participants have been in it since the beginning, and some are just getting started finding their voices.
There are some people who have a lot of singing experience, and they really try to give the new people a chance to do the solos and things. Even if you don't have any prior experience, they kind of help you out and sing with you.
Right now, the group is practicing for their annual Christmas cantata. For a list of their upcoming presentations, visit our website at foxbangor.com or the choir's Facebook page, Greater Lincoln Community Choir -GLCC. In Lincoln, Callie Warren, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
It's a nice thing they're doing. Hopefully they have a great holiday season. Well, when we come back, the latest on the Israeli war with Hamas and a look at your week's forecast. Don't go away.
There's too much uncertainty around Pine Tree Power.
It's a mystery bag that will cost Mainers billions.
It will mean tremendous uncertainty for workers, say Maine's labor leaders.
Business leaders say it will mean higher rates with no guarantee of better service.
And Governor Mills says, let's not gamble with our future. Vote no on question 3.
Please join leading Maine voices and vote no on 3.
It's a bad idea for Maine.
Luna Family Auto Sales is a locally owned business run by a husband and wife team. Here at Luna Family Auto Sales, we combine our passion for cars with providing service to the community and local economy.
Featuring no doc or hidden fees at all, we offer financing for all credit types and service everything we sell.
Check out our website at lunafamilyautosales.com.
Or come in and say hi. We'd love to meet you and introduce ourselves.
Luna Family Auto Sales, 649 Stillwater Ave, Old Town.
Hey, what's up with the big smile?
It feels so good to help someone secure better Medicare coverage and lower their costs too.
It's the best part of being here at Senior Planning Center. And most people don't know about all the options available with today's Medicare health plans.
And many can save money by qualifying for the Medicare Savings Program.
We're here to help you get all the benefits you're entitled to.
With agents and locations across Maine, call today. No obligation to enroll.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
Now here's Justin Finch from ABC with the latest on the Middle East war.
At a fundraising event in Minneapolis, a heckler confronting President Biden about the Israel-Hamas war.
Oh my God.
Care about Jewish people. As a rabbi, I need you to call for a ceasefire right now.
The left-wing group Jewish Voice for Peace posting this video capturing part of the exchange on social media. The president responding, saying, "I think a pause is needed for what he says could give more time to get more than 200 civilian hostages taken by Hamas out of Gaza." In Gaza, for the second time in as many days, Israel launching airstrikes at the heavily populated Jabalia refugee camp. The Israeli Defense Forces confirming its latest strike targeted a Hamas command complex and killed Hamas militants. The Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry claiming Palestinian civilians are among the dead. The Israeli military releasing video it says shows their troops making headway towards the Gaza City gates. Hamas returning fire from the skies. ABC's Ian Pannell watching.
That's the sound of the Iron Dome system. You can just see the air defense system going into the air to try and intercept an incoming Hamas rocket in central Israel.
At the Rafah crossing, injured Palestinians were among the first to enter Egypt from Gaza. Hundreds of foreign nationals followed. At least 5 Americans also fleeing, including aid workers Ramona Alkumara and Barbara Zend. But hundreds of Americans and their families are still trapped in Gaza. The president insisting the U.S. isn't giving up.
Working nonstop to get Americans out of Gaza as soon and as safely as possible.
Those Americans can't leave through the Rafah crossing unless their names are on the list approved by the Hamas-led Customs Department. The U.S. urging those Americans to check those lists daily. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
Now here's your full forecast with Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, a full weather forecast brought to you by Healing Hands Massage in Hampton, providing professional massage services tailored specifically for their clients. Stop by Healing Hands Massage today. You'll thank yourself later. Alrighty, here we go this afternoon. Not too bad. There's some clouds that are developing out there in a few spots, so nothing to really ruin anything. It's going to be a very nice day out there, as a lot of sunshine will be mixing in from time to time as well. In fact, we'll have more sunshine than cloud cover today, thanks to high pressure not too far away. It might be centered right about in here, but it's a wide area of high pressure, so a lot of the clouds tracking from the west going toward the east is really starting to fizzle out as they do move to the east because of high pressure. So very nice day on the way for us today. Moving forward, as we'll be seeing a lot of sunshine and maybe a few passing clouds from time to time as well. Overnight tonight will start off relatively clear, but more clouds moving in as we head towards your Friday morning. Staying dry though. In fact, by midday, some sunshine will return for a while as well. Then the winds pick up Friday night and the parts of Saturday too as the clouds move in too. Maybe some rain chances further off towards the north, but further south, those chances look rather small, if any, at best. But otherwise, though, some gusty winds expected for a little while in a few spots this afternoon, maybe reaching up to around 15, maybe 20 miles per hour. And a few spots, we'll get that rolling for a little bit later on tonight to around 15 miles per hour, farther off towards the north. And everyone gets involved. Gusty winds up to 25 miles per hour at times in a few areas, so make sure we're ready for that. As our average high temperature is 51 degrees, middle 40s is all we'll do today, so we'll be a little bit below normal for this time of the year. Lower 50s Friday, middle 50s Saturday. We'll be back in the lower 50s Sunday, upper 40s for your Monday. We're back in the lower 50s Tuesday. Then here we go again, cooling off again Wednesday as we'll be back in the middle 40s. So your forecast for today, middle 40s, a lot of sunshine. You might notice some clouds from time to time with that southwest wind at about 5 miles per hour. Later on tonight, we'll be in the upper 20s for the overnight low, partly cloudy. That southwest breeze at about 5 miles per hour. Moving ahead towards tomorrow, it gets a little bit more active out there. We'll be in the lower 50s. That will feel nice, right? With a partly cloudy sky. It'll be breezy out there. The south breeze getting up to about 25 miles per hour at times. It might make traveling a little bit tricky from time to time, especially for those large vehicles. But otherwise, as we take a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Healing Hands Massage, we'll be under a partly cloudy sky for the day on Saturday. Highs in the middle 50s. We'll be in the lower 50s on Sunday with a chance for rain. Also, the time change as 2 a.m. becomes 1 a.m. Daylight saving time will be ending, and then we'll be mostly cloudy on Monday with highs in the upper 40s.
The big automakers want a monopoly on your car repairs. That's why they're starting to restrict access to your car's mechanical data. But voting yes on question 4, right to repair, will stop them. Hundreds of local independent repair shops across Maine urge yes on 4, because yes on 4 will protect consumer choice and save thousands of Maine jobs.
It's your car. It should be your choice where to fix it.
Vote yes on question 4. Yes on right to repair.
R&K Variety is more than just a convenience store. With delicious homemade food made fresh daily, we offer hearty meals that don't break the bank. Whether it be our delicious chicken pot pie, one of our many savory soups, or a pizza, you can't go wrong at R&K Variety. Looking for a drink after a long workday? R&K Variety is an agency liquor store with an impressive selection. R&K Variety, more than just a convenience store. We're your neighbor, chef, barista, and friend. Stop by today.
With AAA Insurance, by bundling our home and auto policies, we saved over $450.
And we were shocked at the savings.
When we switched to AAA auto insurance and bundled our policies, we were able to save over $400 every year.
Switch to AAA Insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
Well, my passion is hang gliding. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and it's like flying. I mean, it's like everything you always dreamed about. AAA Insurance helps us save more.
And do more.
The savings from AAA Insurance has allowed me to pursue my passion of making jewelry. It's great to have a little bit of extra cash to do something that you love.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA Insurance, call 866-460-1310 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
To close today with scenes from last night's Lewiston's football game against Edward Little. They had a surprise visit from Grammy Award-winning singer James Taylor singing the national anthem. We hope you have a great day, everyone.
What's so far
twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright